Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Cooney connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be. Hello and welcome to the State Basketball Centre in Victoria for Friday Night Hoops as the Southside Flyers take on the red-hot Townsville Fire in round 14 of the Signet WNBL competition. With only 2 rounds left before finals, every match is crucial as teams jostle for all important ladder positions as the race towards the finals continues. To provide twists and turns, Jess Webster with you alongside Basketball Australia Hall of Famer Carrie Graf. Carrie, welcome to you. These two sides, opposing form lines coming into this one, but given how tight the competition is, anything can happen.
Absolutely, Jess. And look, all games now are being played with playoff intensity, and we're going to see that again tonight with these teams. You know, Townsville are red hot. They've got multiple scoring options. They're on a great win streak. Southside, on the other hand, they've lost 6 in a row. This is going to be a tough one. Southside are going to try and stay off the bottom of the ladder, as we can see there. Cellar dwellers at the moment. The Townsville Fire are chasing that second spot, and come playoff time, second or third home court advantage in that best of 3 semi-final is going to be massive.
Absolutely. Townsville can still finish in second position if they keep their winning streak going, currently on a 5-game winning streak. And for Southside Flyers, as you've mentioned, they do have something to play for. They're trying to avoid the wooden spoon, so lots on the line tonight. And as we chat a little bit more about the Southside Flyers, they return home for the first time in 3 weeks tonight, and they'll be hoping to snap their losing streak that goes back to round 10. And they will take confidence having knowing that they have performed well against Townsville in the last 2 times that they've played them, including a thrilling buzzer beater performance in round 10 when Abiella shot the winning shot, and then they lost by 10 points up in Townsville. So they do have some good performances against Townsville.
They do, and look, they've got you know, their superstar import Naz Hillen back in the lineup tonight. That's big impact for them, but massive weekend for this team that are struggling for form at the moment. Playing third place team Townsville Fire, and then they got Bendigo on Sunday. But let's talk about this young lady.
Yeah, Manny Potts, she had a breakout performance in their loss against UC. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and a couple of assists as well. And it's just great to see a young player grow in confidence, and that was a really good performance from her.
Yeah, obviously, you know, she only played 7 or 8 games for the Southside Flyers this season, but had to step up in starting role due to injury. And you know, she used her body well. She's undersized for a post, but she certainly had a breakout game in that one.
And for Townsville, they are on a 5-game winning streak. They're coming off a 19-point win over Geelong, and as we mentioned, they can claim the clean sweep over Southside tonight. This is their run home. A tricky one because they're a side that are in great form. They wouldn't want to take their foot off the gas because that last round game against Perth could decide second spot.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 1-1 in the head-to-head with Perth. Whoever gets that last game, should both teams win out the rest of their games, that's going to be huge. And Townsville will be focused about playing playoff-style basketball tonight. They've had, you know, teams find a way sometimes to stay with them in that first and second quarter, but they've got so many scoring options. You know, Courtney Widds, they've got 5 athletes that score in double digits. It's hard to defend. You shut down one. You know, the addition of Nia Coffey to this group's been monumental for them.
Speaking of huge, Coffey is a massive inclusion to the lineup, but Lauren Cox, literally and figuratively, is so important and so huge to this Townsville side, particularly last week. 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks against Geelong. She really set the tone from start to finish.
Yeah, she does. You know, she's one of the few true centres in the competition at the moment. Legit size, great shot blocker. You know, the best shot blocker in the competition this season, without doubt. She's efficient around the rim. She gets down low. She uses her body well. She's got good hands, efficient finisher. Probably the only kicker, glitch on her is her free throw shooting's not superb, but when you play like she did last week, coaches won't mind that.
And this Townsville lineup, as we know, they just have weapons everywhere. You shut one down, another one will pop up. As we take a look at the Flyers, the Fire starting five. So Woods, Froling, Coffey, as you mentioned. This is her first game away from Townsville. So a mid-season signing, and she's on the road for the first time in Townsville colours. And of course, Cox and Ellis, who was the match winner back in round 10.
Yeah, look, and they've got lots of weapons. Like we said earlier, can score. All five can score in double-digit score, and then they've got quality coming off the bench with some youthful talent. We see then the Southside Flyers. We talked about Naz Hillman back into their lineup. She'll be a massive boost for them. She averages a double-double. She's an impressive import in this competition. So
no Bet Cole for Southside, unfortunately done for the season with a hamstring injury. Hillman returns, as we've mentioned. Carly Ernst as well was back into the lineup last week. So it hasn't been the season that Southside would have liked this year after winning the championship last season. But we do know there is some quality in this outfit, and they don't want to finish bottom. So a big Friday night game of Signet WNBL hoops coming up, and it'll be Townsville with first possession of the night. 5-game winning streak, really hitting form at the right time of the year. Here's a chance for Coffey early to fire for three. That's a great start to her night and to Townsville's night.
Nice start on the road for Nia Coffey. That'll get her settled easy. Nice wide open three ball from the lefty.
Here is Potch, as we mentioned off the top. A bright young talent. Breakout performance against the Caps. It's a beautiful feed to Rochi, who just lost it at a crucial time. And gives back possession to the Fire.
Townsville do a great job. They've really stepped up over the last few weeks at defensive intensity. They get up and in. They play physically, defensively, make it hard for you to get into your rhythm, get into your sets.
They didn't concede more than 20 points in any quarter last week against Geelong, so they was so consistent, as you mentioned. That's a beautiful feed to Froling, and gets her night underway.
Nice little drop pass off the hip then by Ellis. Good pick and roll action.
Take two for Rochi. Under pressure, great defense from Woods.
Suckers a foul out of Maddie Rochi.
Just like that, Fire out to a 5-point lead. Take another look, just know where to go.
And that help defense, Cox is such a big presence inside there. She looks to come across and provide help on any penetrations.
Can't wait to see that battle unfold. Hillman against Cox tonight. Chance for Ellis, out to Coffey. Now Froling working hard inside against Potch. Wins the rebound, back to Ellis. And that rolls out. Chance for Flyers on the fast transition. And they've lost it. Lockridge coughs it up. Coffey streaming down the floor. Another fumble.
Townsville Fire do a great job defensively with their hands. They're not afraid to get their hand in on the ball. Play for steals, play aggressively early. Challenge the referees to make calls.
Rochi. She's offline. A couple of misses early to Southside. Sweeping past to Ellis. She's infringed upon.
Nice little back cut there from Rochi. Tries to fend off again. We see that presence of Cox, changes shots for her team on any deep penetration from guards. It's tough to shoot over her size, her length.
Woods knocks one down early. Townsville, 8-0 early stages, first term at the State Basketball Centre. Flyers looking to settle. Hillman wide open, feet set. That's better. They get their shooting underway.
Southside breathe a little sigh of relief. They're on the scoreboard now. Can they settle into it?
Woods looking for Froling. We're so tough in this position, but it's come unstuck. It ricochets to
help
Woods.
Defense collapses in, forces that ball out.
Woods decides to go herself. Not this time. Cox, the offensive rebound, and off the left for two.
Again, efficient. You know, the shooters that the Townsville Fire have, they've got such great technique. If they miss, the ball tends to sit on the rim a bit. Cox there again with her great size. Cleans up the O boards.
Rochi goes herself. She fires for two.
Rochi doing a good job early to get downhill, try and get on the rim.
Cox almost loses it. Coffey good enough to keep it alive. Takes on Kunek.
Southside Flyers really pushing tempo early as Kunek pulls up on the break for three. Specialist three-point shooter Kunek. That's pretty to watch.
And they'll need to take their opportunities tonight, and Kunek does exactly that.
Ooh, the fend-off, massive fend-off. Woods, no call by the referee. She just steps back and strokes the three.
Well, this contest starting to come alive. Early stages. Hillman off the glass for two. A slow start to Southside, but they're starting to get the points flowing.
Good read by Hillman. Nice basket cut, cuts hard. Good feed from Roches. Cox shows her guard skills. A rip from the three-point line. Thought she was going to dunk that one, but not to be.
Third time this month these two sides are playing each other. And Townsville looking for the clean sweep tonight. Kunek comes up short on the three attempt. Poch hands it off to Rochi, goes to ground, no call. Froling races away down the other end, takes on Hillman. She draws the foul.
Hillman takes a hard foul then. She wanted to stop the break. Alicia Froling suggesting to the referees perhaps that was unsportsmanlike. Referees allowing the game to be physical and the players play. I've seen a few calls that a few weeks ago would have been made. Not at the moment. Alicia Froling, we've talked about it often. She's a right-hander. A major problem with her wrist, so she changed her technique, worked on her shooting in an off-season, and now shoots her free throws left-handed.
One from two, 6-point lead to the Fire. Here's Hillman off to Kunek. Back to Hillman.
Nice little pick and roll play. Short corner pop by Hillman. Can't find the net on that finish.
This game played at good intensity early. Ellis almost. Poch reels it in.
Southside happy to settle a little bit. Play a little bit more half-court offense. Change the tempo as Poch goes at Froling. Scoops it over Cox.
Needs some support. Stays alive for Lockridge to fire.
Massive three for Lockridge. Keeps this scoreboard pressure on the Fire, keeps the game tight. Can they hang around? Not let Fire push out to a 8-point lead again. Big steal.
That's amazing from Burrows. Hands it off to Poch. Draws the foul. She's off to the line.
Southside Flyers are settled into this one now. Much more composed. Helps when your shooters make shots. Great pressure.
Hustle, yep. This is the kind of intensity that the Flyers will need to bring tonight to try and snap a 6-game losing streak against one of the form teams in the competition.
Watch strokes the first. Free throw shooting's not her greatest skill at the moment, but she says, well, actually it might be. Thank you very much. 2 of 2, 100% for a 60% free throw shooter on the season to date.
Oh, Cox, a rare fumble. Flyers will take possession again. Just 1 point the difference.
Up the ante a little bit defensively, the Southside Flyers.
This is what you need to do against Townsville. You need to unsettle them, find ways to just get them off their rhythm, because when they settle into a game, they're so hard to stop.
Absolutely.
So good signs early from Southside. Kunek pulls the trigger again. Just comes up short. Shields onto the floor.
Tempo push, play some side pick and roll now. Ellis with Cox.
Here's Shields trying to find a way forward. She's off target. Southside fast transition. Ellis got a hand in there to break it up. Sends it out of play.
Southside really looking to run at every opportunity. Good defensive transition then by Ellis to get back, guard the rim, shake the ball loose.
An incredible buzzer beater from Ellis back in round 10. She was from the car park when she shot that. Absolute clutch.
That she was. 4 seconds to play. They run a side out of bounds play.
So it was Townsville who won their first encounter by 3 points, and then they beat Southside by 10 points up in Townsville. So a couple of close games between these two sides. I get the feeling we might be in for a good contest again here at the State Basketball Centre. Just 1 point the difference in the first quarter. Here is Ellis, match winner from round 10. Hands it off to Shields. Trying to get around the Southside defense. Gives it to Ellis. A long range three is good.
Just warming up for the end of the game. And Shields deep. 2 seconds left on the shot clock then. Rattles it in.
Entertaining start to this contest. Friday Night Hoops. Ernst. Partially deflected.
And it's just as deep then. Deep range. 3-pointer. Fell short. Extended defense here. Burrows. Try and wear Ellis down.
Happy to play with a bit of tempo here, the Fire.
What a good matchup this one is. Koenig and Woods. Travel call perhaps, but it wasn't called. Alicia Froling keeps her poker face. Acts like she didn't take too many steps. Gets a little left-hand scoop finish.
So 6-point lead to Townsville. Koenig for 2. Nicely done. Here's Ellis.
Feeling it. Is that Alex Fowler?
Fowler from deep.
Shoots a great clip. Alex Fowler for a post player. She can certainly hit from perimeter. She gets fouled. She fouls then. Loffridge will go to the line.
Two from two from Lockridge to keep the Flyers in touch. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter that's been played at a frenetic pace. Good start to this one.
Physicality on the screen action. Koenig playing Woods super tight. She's a key. Wow.
Well, we've seen Townsville make the most of their 3-point opportunities. They're 6 from 7 from outside the arc so far in the first quarter. Have settled in beautifully.
Tough to defend. Courtney Woods so poised. Gathered herself off some physicality.
Here's Hillman to respond. Can't do so. Fight for the rebound. Comes up the way of the Fire. Swing it across to Woods, who gives it to Mansfield onto the floor. Looking for some support. Hands it off to Fowler. And now Shields. Shot clock ticking down. Shields to Fowler. Beautiful pass and the conversion.
Great execution, Townsville Fire. They moved the ball early, got the defense shifting, then they settle into a mid-pick and roll. Great execution in that 2-game, finds the roller.
Lockridge to Hillman, takes on Froling. No good on the left. And that's off Fire. So it's going to be Southside with possession. Great atmosphere at the State Basketball Centre for Friday Night Hoops.
Dangerous period here. About a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. 9-point lead to the Townsville Fire. Critical for Southside. Can they get a couple of scores, string a stop and a score, see if they can go into this second quarter. Close.
Hillman, she's in fine form this season, continues to add to her tally. She's going to be so important for them all night. Coffey, what an addition she's been to this Fire lineup, gets the foul.
Just muscles her way to the rim, the lefty. She's robust, good athlete. Just used her body to find herself all the way on the rim.
Stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. And most sides in the competition were jealous that Townsville got the signature of Nia Coffey a few weeks ago. Such a talent. Such a huge acquisition for the Fire in the run home to the finals.
Particularly bringing in an import that's played in the league before. There's not a lot of adjustment time. Of course, they've got to adjust to their team and the team systems, but they know the league. They know what to expect.
Mansfield calling the shots to Cox, kicks it out to Fowler, swings it across to Coffey, who got us underway with a triple, and she knocks down her second.
Excellent ball movement by the Townsville Fire. They unselfish play. They give up a good shot to get a great shot.
Ernst off the glass, it just rolls away. And that'll do us. Marks the end of an entertaining first quarter of hoops at the State Basketball Centre, and it is the Townsville Fire searching for 6 in a row. And they lead Southside at quarter time, 29-21.
Let's give a big shout out to Metaltex, one of our incredible major partners, leading the way in sheet metal fabrication since 1979. On behalf of the Fires community, we thank you for your unwavering support.
Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre. Friday night hoops in the Signet WNBL competition, and it is the Townsville Fire with an 11-point lead over Southside at quarter time. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you in commentary tonight. Carrie, what did you make of that fast-paced opening quarter?
Yeah, look, I thought, a little bit of a nervous start for Southside Flyers. Turned the ball over early, weren't making shots. The presence of Cox was felt, but Townsville, boy, they've just got so many weapons. They play great tempo basketball. They move the ball, get it through sets of hands, and they shot an unbelievable clip. Nia Coffey starts the quarter with an open three, finishes the quarter with a three to stamp a big lead.
Second quarter underway. Fire shot 6 from 7 from three-point range in that opening quarter. They were deadly. It's been physical early, and it continues here in the second. We'll get a jump ball. So Flyers stuck with the Fire for most of that opening quarter, and they finished strongly to open up that 11-point gap, but it certainly was a competitive opening quarter as the Flyers hoping not to finish bottom of the ladder.
That's what Townsville, the top three teams do that. You stay close and you look up the scoreboard and suddenly they're 10, 11, 12 up in a snap. They can force turnovers with solid D. They can rack up scores quickly.
Swinging across to the corner to Shields. It's been stolen away by Rochi. Races down the other end, all the way for 2.
A little change up of the defense there. Southside came out in a 2-3 zone. Looks like they're going to stay in that here. Force the turnover. Good ball movement early by Townsville. Gave up a wide open 3.
Mansfield decides to go herself from long range. It's no good. She takes it away. Captaining in the absence of Bet Cole tonight. Gives it off to Ernst. And now to Kunek. Takes on Coffey. Works the baseline off the glass for 2.
Tough finish, Koenig. Gives Coffey back a bit of her own. Just muscles her way to the rim.
Eaten into this 11-point quarter-time deficit Southside. A good start to the second.
See if the zone defense can maintain holding the Townsville Fire. Little rim roll by Alex Fowler against the zone. Shoots it contested, can't make it.
Get some consecutive stops here.
Wow.
Oh, big block from Cox.
Get that out of here.
Shields. She's again offline, but Fowler does well to get the rebound. Hands it off to Cox. They can reset. Shields cuts her way through the defense and gets the bucket.
Southside Flyers look like they're mixing up their zone defense on a made basket. Man-to-man on a miss. See if they can unsettle Townsville.
Rochi to Reed in the corner, and she draws the
Mansfield with the
contact.
foul. Obvious foul. Tara Reed used the speed there. Went at Mansfield. Challenged her feet.
Ernst for two, rattles out. Fire, take it away through Shields. Bright young talent of this competition. It's off to Cox, it's broken up by Ernst. Well done to get a hand in there. Now to Rochi, into the corner for Kunek. Feet set, fires, just comes up short. Reed did well with a rebound, off to Hillman who cleans it up.
Southside Flyers will be happy with this little start. They've trimmed 4 points off that 11-point buffer at quarter time. The changing defenses have helped that cause.
It's Fowler working on Kunek. Gets rid of it. Now off to Shields, takes on Hillman. Gets the rebound, now the reverse, it also rattles out.
Physical play, the referees are letting the players play.
Ernst goes to Hillman, one-on-one v Cox, and Hillman gets the finish.
Tough move over the size of Cox, goes at her, spins, leans off it, gets a little bit of separation to be able to shoot over that shot blocker. Excellent finish, Hillman.
Back to 5 points the difference. It was 11 at quarter time. Cox for three, comes up short.
For a post of her size, she's got a pretty decent three-point shot. Lauren Cox, she shoots it over 30%. Pretty good for a post.
Nars Hillman. Looking for Rochi, stolen away by Shields. Gets around Ernst, can't find the finish.
Euro step that. Couldn't get the finish.
And we're heading to a timeout here in the second quarter. It is the Fire leading the Flyers by 5 points. So a good start to this second quarter from Southside, hoping to snap a 6-game losing streak and avoid the clean sweep against Townsville tonight, who are searching for their third win against the Flyers this season. WNBL fans, it's time to vote. Cast your vote for the Ford Fan MVP, and you could be the lucky fan presenting the award live at the WNBL Awards Night. Head to the WNBL website and vote now to go in the draw to win 2 tickets, flights and accommodation to the WNBL Awards evening. Don't miss it, and make sure you vote now. So a good chance for both teams to reset here in this timeout, Carrie. And Townsville looking to just kind of arrest this momentum that the Flyers have built in the opening couple of minutes of the second.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Shannon Seaborn would have spoken about their zone offense. You'd anticipate that the Southside Flyers will continue with that change-up defense, a mix of zone, a mix of man based on makes and misses. Let's see how Townsville adjust to that. Coach Christy Harrow, rookie season as a head coach, obviously one of the former champion players of the WNBL, 5-time Olympian. I'm sure it's not quite the season she would have hoped for in her first season, but you know, loads of injuries, a lot's going on. Can they, you know, change things around and make a little run to finish off the season on a positive note?
Definitely, that will be the goal for them in the last couple of rounds. They've got a tough weekend. Obviously, Townsville tonight, backing up against Bendigo on Sunday.
Doesn't get tougher than that.
Absolutely not. So back underway here in the second quarter. Apologies for the scoreboard issue as Fowler converts for 2. working on getting the clock back onto your screens very shortly. 7 points the lead now to Townsville. Terrari has Woods for company, gives it off to Hillman. Feeds to Rochi. Works her way inside. Oh, Cox again with the block. She smacked that out of the stadium.
That she did. She's just got such superb timing. She knows how to use her length, knows how to use her space. She delays, and then waits for the littles to put the ball up for her. Rochi just going to set Southside up for some little half-court offensive action.
Ponch back out onto the floor. She gets fouled.
It's Fowler getting up and in, trying to force something defensively, play pressure. The referee's decided, actually, we're not going to let that be physical. I'm going to call a foul here.
Hillman up to 11 points for Southside Flyers tonight. Woods with the 8 for Townsville. Oh, it slipped through the fingers of Lockridge and goes out of bounds.
Townsville defensively just forced Southside to hurry up a bit there, forces the turnover.
Just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. Mansfield gives it off to Cox. Now to Woods. Working her way inside. Beautiful feed to Froling. Just beautiful basketball from the Townsville Fire.
Courtney Woods plays with such great composure. She plays at a tempo that forces the defense to make a decision on her. She had 2 options there. She had Cox on her left, Froling on the right. She suckered the defense. Little flick pass to the roller. Great play, Courtney Woods.
And as we head to the timeout here again in the second quarter, we're back out to that 11-point margin where it was at quarter time. To get a look at this. Some of the highlights from the second quarter. So they're hanging in there, Southside, but they've got to do it for 4 quarters. And if you put enough pressure on Townsville, when it gets close to the end of the game, anything can happen, but that's the trick. You've got to stay with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've mentioned throughout this game so far, Jess, that's what Townsville can do. They can get out to an 11-point lead. And how many runs have Southside got in them? You know, it's tough to claw back 10, 11-point deficits. If you've got to do that 4 or 5 times, that gets a little too fatiguing, both mentally and physically. You know, they've got to try and, easier said than done. We've talked about the scoring options on this Townsville Fire team, not just their starters, the quality of people like Alex Fowler that comes off the bench, the young Chevron Shields. This team is loaded with offensive firepower, and then defensively they make it tough for you.
This time out brought to you by CTM Sports. Calling all sports teams. Say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. So important 5 minutes to come for the Southside Flyers. Trying to find some momentum heading into halftime. Potch against Froling. Well done.
Nice little finish. She's not quick, but finds a way to get her feet deep in the rim then, deep in the lane.
Townsville swing it across the perimeter. Here's Ellis. Decides to go herself from deep. Can't get it to drop in, and that's off Southside, so it'll remain with the Fire.
Read by Ellis then. Defenders look like a miscommunication from the Southside Flyers. You wouldn't want to be going under screens, under ball screens with a shooter like Abby Ellis. They got caught on the pick. She was wide open. Got out of jail, really.
It's Courtney Woods, 8 points in that first quarter for Woods. Under a bit of pressure here. Found Froling. She's also under pressure. Keeps it alive somehow. Woods knocks it down. I don't know how they did that, Townsville, but they found a way.
Courtney Woods again. She just plays with you, toys with you. Shot fake, perfectly timed, gets you in the air, little shimmy shake, finds herself a wide open pull-up jumper. One of the few athletes in the league that has a mid-range game.
Here's Poch to respond down the other end. It's off target. He's Froling, this time feeding Cox. Too much on it. Chance for the Flyers through Lockridge, who takes them on. Can't get it done. Froling to Woods, goes inside to Cox, taking on Podge. Beautiful move from Lauren Cox.
Yeah, it spins off her, goes with the left running hook.
Here's Hillman looking to continue her good form. She converts for 2 and 1.
Big play. Looked like a little soft call there. Generally, you can tell by the players' responses. Naz Hillman scored that and started running back on defensive transition. She didn't think it was a foul. Oh, maybe she did a little bit. Maybe she intimidated the referees into that late call.
Can't complete the N1. She's up to 13 points. And that ball's gone out of play, so here's a repeat opportunity.
Alice Koenig checks back in. Tara Reid takes a break.
Matt Cole also on the bench as well, unfortunately done for the season with a hamstring injury. Here's Hillman working away to the basket, but just can't convert.
It's hard to get around Cox, as we talked about, uses her length exceptionally well.
Cox looking for Coffey. It's broken up by Kunek. Lockridge takes it away off to Poch. Maddie Rocci looking to manufacture something, and she gets the foul.
Goes hard downhill, Maddie Rocci, straight at Woods.
There's margin continuing to hover around that 11 points, which was the margin at quarter time. They have their moments so far, the Flyers. But so far, the Fire have had all the answers. There were a couple of important free throws from Maddie Rocci.
Swishes both. Great free throw shooter, Rocci. Well over 80% on the season.
Alice gets fouled. Second personal for Dallas Lockridge. Two minutes to go in this first half on Friday Night Hoops. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you're watching. Burrows checks back into the game. And Lockridge takes a rest. Here's Woods. Gets around the defense, kicks it out to Cox. She's wide open, her feet are set. Can't get it done. Chance for the Flyers to respond in style through Rocci.
Big three bomb, Maddie Rocci, just what Southside Flyers need.
Again,
back to 6.
Close to within striking distance. Hillman knocks it out of play. So we'll restart from the sideline. Hillman on the 13 points. Woods with 10 for the Fire, the leading point scorers at the moment. Oh, she stepped her foot over the line, so it's got to be a turnover.
Burrows forced that turnover, great pressure. She gets up and in, challenges the handlers. When you do it enough, that's what happens. Good things go your way. Uncharacteristic error for Woods.
Oh, so Kunek
Straight
went to
back at
Rocci,
ya.
yeah, and then it ricochets back to her, and she had a foot out of play, I think, so.
Got your back.
He certainly did.
Burrows with the pressure. Froling helping out here.
Ellis hands it off to Woods. Now to Cox. Over the top to Froling for 2.
Again, just as you get a little, gets tight, Five found a way to come straight back at you. Score at ease.
Maddie Rocci for a long-range 3. She's off target. Nine points, 3 rebounds so far from Maddie Rocci. Ellis takes it down the floor to Woods, to Cox. And there's been a foul, I think, going against Burrows, perhaps.
Yeah, looks like it. Looking on the replay.
Yeah, battling against Woods, yeah.
That's, that looks like something the mascot at the Canberra Capitals games does. Cuddle Cappy. I'm not sure that that's... Give Burrows credit, though. She's playing physically. She's got the task on Woods. Key piece for the Townsville Fire. Steps back. Short front irons that one.
Oh, Woods with the steal, keeps it alive. Off to Froling, who makes them pay. And again, just like that, they edge back out to a double-digit lead. The Townsville Fire, the lead by 10 over the Flyers as we head to another timeout here with less than a minute to go in the first half. Let's take another look at this steal from Courtney Woods. Froling the finish off the left.
See what the coaches have coming out this last minute, the second quarter. Can Townsville go into halftime with a bigger lead? Can Southside claw it back?
Ford Dealer is all about supporting the game here in Australia. From Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL, we've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford Dealer is here to help you get to the game. Hillman up to 13 points for the Flyers. Rocci has worked her way into the game nicely with 9. Again, another spread of contributors for the Fire, as they always do. Woods with 10, Froling with 11, including the 3 rebounds. Woods as well, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists so far. Cox also among the front runners with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks already. I think she's got a few more in her tonight. Get playback underway. Oh, it's come unstuck for the Flyers. Not what you want, although Rocci did extremely well to win it back.
And that's what happens when you stay on plays. The maturity of Maddie Rocci then, not to drop ahead through error. Stay on play, made up for it. Classy.
36 seconds left on the clock.
Finds herself at the free throw line. It's big. She's money from the free throw line. Elite free throw shooter, Maddie Rocci. Great technique.
Hasn't missed any opportunity so far tonight. 4 from 4 at the line for Maddie Rocci.
It's so clean.
Shields off to Coffey. Now to Froling. Cox against Hillman. Oh, again, Burrows with the defense. Off to Rocci. Off the glass, it rolls in. A confidence boost on the stroke of halftime for the Southside Flyers. And we're heading to another timeout with 13 seconds left on the clock as the Flyers close within 6.
They'll go in with a bit of confidence now. See if they can get a stop. You see great help. Burrows defensively has been solid. Rocci just gets her head down right at the rim. Fends off Shields.
And it's gotten the crowd into it as well. And they'll need all the home crowd support they can get tonight, Southside.
Yeah, and you need to get some offensive score runs going. to get the crowd involved. It's hard for a crowd to get involved if you're not scoring. They want to cheer, they want to get on your back. That's what helps, to get a little steal, get on the break.
So Rochi now level on 13 points with Hillman, who's performed really well against Townsville the last couple of times they've met. So third time this month these two sides have come together. First on January 4 in round 10, a week later in round 11. So we are on the last day of January, which always seems to go forever, Carrie.
It does, that it does. It's a bit like a semi-final series, this one. Same team 3 times.
Southside looking to avoid the clean sweep, and Townsville want to keep their winning streak going here tonight. First of 3 consecutive away matches for Townsville after a little purple patch at home. Shields takes them all on, but it's a travel, and she's turned it over.
Around the world. Saffron Shields, that might be a TV show. Boy, it wasn't just 2 many steps, that was 4 many steps. Like that kid though, she's got some skill.
And we've got 0.6 seconds, I think, to work with here. We're just working out
So there's
what
definitely
we're going to do with that.
Definitely time to get a score. 0.4 of a second. You have time to get a score from a sideline or baseline out of bounds play. Essentially, whoever catches has got to let it fly. No time for anything else.
Let's see what we get here. And we're just going to head to halftime. So entertaining stuff at the State Basketball Centre at halftime. It is the Fire leading the Flyers 48-42.
Need the composure. Jackson blows the roof off. Wow, it's LJ the GOAT. There's Jackson again.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to take care of business.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Need the composure. Jackson blows the roof off. Wow, it's LJ the GOAT. There's Jackson again.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to take care of business.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Get closer to the game with the free WNBL app.
Clark with the N1.
Check out the fixture and grab your tickets.
What a finish to the third quarter.
Catch game highlights, stay connected to your favourite player or team, and follow live game stats. Anytime, anywhere.
Cole flags 2 more.
The WNBL app is where it's at. Download now.
Celebrating 50 years of sneakers?
What do you call a dinner that's ready in minutes and gone in seconds? A slam dunk. That's Latina fresh pasta. Tasty, fuss-free and Aussie-made. Latina. We got the weeknight.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre. It is halftime in this contest between the Fire and the Flyers. The Fire leading by 6 points at halftime. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you in commentary. Carrie, so take a look at the first half highlights. Come out a bit of everything. It's been physical, it's been fast-paced, it's been entertaining. We've had momentum swings. And at the end of the day, it is the Fire who are just keeping the Flyers at arm's length at the moment.
Yeah, and only just, I've got to say, really good second quarter by the Southside Flyers. They changed up their defence early, unsettled Townsville. Townsville are that good, though. They get back in it. They've got multiple scoring options. They go with their two bigs. They go high-low. This lady in the screen, which just keeps their team composed. She takes the right shots, decision maker. Lauren Cox was efficient inside and came up with some big blocks. This is a close one. There's not a lot separating the teams. Score athletes in double digits. The scoreboard says it all. There's not a big difference in what's happening tonight.
And probably no one real player that's actually dominating out there at the moment. So it really is, it has been an even battle so far. What do you like about what the Flyers are trying to do tonight?
Well, I think that, they're trying to push tempo when it's on. I think that, that they're actively trying to get at the rim. Rochi, I think, was the player of the second quarter. She really took the game on, got downhill a bit, got herself to the free throw line, hit a big three. They need more of that from her. Hillman, I think they could go to Hillman a little more offensively, but having said that, Cox just makes it difficult. She clogs up that keyway. She challenges everything. Even if it's not a block, she changes shots. So, I think this third quarter is going to be massive for the Flyers. Can they hang around? This is often when Townsville put pedal to the metal and they go. So this first 3 minutes is going to be massive for the Flyers. Can they stay in touch and not let this get out to 11 points again, then another 11? I think the Townsville Flyers have got too much to wear them down.
So an intriguing first half of hoops and a massive second half to come. And as we take you to the break, let's check out the top 5 plays of last round. Coffee already an important touch early to Cox, and we get the first bucket of the night. Cox comes up with a big block. Burden flies up the floor. Unbelievable, Burden.
Well, what a pass. What a platter for Solomon.
Thank you, Combine World, for supporting the future stars of our Flyers Junior
halftime at the State Basketball Centre. The Fire leading the Flyers by 6 points in a great contest so far. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you in commentary. So take a look at some of the highlights of Courtney Woods in the first half. She has been one of Townsville's best. She's putting together a fabulous season at the moment, averaging at 16 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists. So far tonight, 10, 3 and 5. It's just been great.
She's so efficient, and what I love about her is she plays with great composure, great poise. She plays at a speed where you have to defend her. You look at her and she doesn't look like a fantastic quick athlete, but that's not her thing. She plays at a speed where you've got to play. She's got a mid-range game. She's got a step-back three. She can get her feet deep in the lane. Great passer, heads up the whole time. Good basketball IQ. She's a critical piece of this Townsville Fire.
Having a fabulous season as well for the Fire. Now, you may also notice today that players from both teams have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. And this season, the WNBL, its clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible. And when everyone plays a role, real change happens. So please learn how you can be a part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. So as we get ready for a massive second half of hoops here at the State Basketball Centre, you mentioned at halftime you're loving what the Flyers are doing to try and unsettle this Townsville lineup as we take a look at some of their highlights for the first half. The trick is, as always, to do it for 4 quarters against one of the informed teams of the competition.
Yeah, that it is. They had, a couple of good spurts from different athletes. Koenig was pretty good in that first quarter. Maddie Rochi, I think, was their player of the second, and Naz Hillman, even if she's quiet, she chimes in with points, rebounds.
And what do you think the messages are going to be at halftime in the Flyers camp? Because they're well in this contest. They've lost 6 in a row. It's been a really tough period for them. They're coming up against the third place team in the competition. They're in for the fight here at halftime. So what do you think the messages are going to be inside the locker room?
I think for them it's got to be focused on their defense. From their defense, good things happen. They shook it loose. They can get out and get a couple of baskets on the break. We might see them change up their defense, and really for them it's a mind game now. They've got a pretty talented team. When you go on those losing skids, it's hard when a lead gets out. As we've talked about earlier, how many times can you claw back a 11, 12-point lead? But they've done a good job here. They're they're only 6 down. This next 3 minutes to me is critical for them. This is when Townsville Fire can really break open a game, but let's see what they got.
So they got the home crowd on their side as we get the third quarter underway. Flyers with first possession. It was 11 points the margin at quarter time, 6 at half time. They've been hanging around Southside. As Kunek feeds Hillman off the glass for 2 more, and that's a great way to start the second half.
And a great way to attack a shot blocker with size like Cox. Hillman uses the basket almost to defend her shot, takes her baseline with the reverse.
Here is Cox working hard inside, and she goes off the glass for a couple.
Battle of the bigs. Hillman at Cox, Cox at Hillman.
And we'd like to see more of that, please.
Whoa!
Poch from downtown! Huge from Manny Poch.
And she just jogs back. Cool, calm and collected. I got this deep from the car park.
Okay, so Flyers to start this third quarter, clawed to within 3. He's Froling to settle the Fire.
They always have an answer. Townsville Fire.
This time Poch trying to feed it off to Lockridge, but it's been stolen away by Ellis.
And Ellis blows up that little handoff action, comes up with a steal.
Woods had a pretty strong first half. Hands it off to Ellis. Who goes herself. She's lost it. Goes out of play. And she's gotten fouled.
Yeah, foul call. Lockridge. Let's have a look at it on the replay. All right, maybe they've called on Ellis.
I think they have, so it's going to be a Southside ball. Maddie Rochi, 13 points in that first half. Trouble. She's turned it over.
Look of disbelief on Maddie Rochi's face and body language. See what Townsville come up with here. Patient half-court offense, you'd assume this set.
Ellis against Lockridge, takes her on and gets the N1.
Good little battle between those 2 point guards. Gets downhill, uses her body, fends off. Excellent finish.
Lockridge takes a rest, burrows onto the floor for the Flyers. Ellis at the line. Misses the N1. 7 points, the Fire lead. Rochi goes inside to Kunek, takes on Coffey. Almost. And Kunek is going to head to the charity stripe for a couple.
Look pretty clean from here, but we are a long way away. Referee's had a better angle.
One from two for Kunek. Burrows again with that defense. She's been lively all night. Hasn't taken her foot off the pedal. Is Ellis handing it off to Woods. It works away inside.
Offensive foul called.
So Southside win back possession. It's been a rusty old start to this third quarter from both sides. Looking to settle. Get their rhythm going. Rochi off to Hillman. Oh, gets around Cox to Poch for two. Nicely done.
Good ball movement, Southside. Great job by Hillman to get Cox in the air with a little shot fake.
Archer back to four. Woods, Ellis. Share it around the perimeter. Rochi applying the pressure. Woods goes herself from deep and knocks it down.
Again, a little miscommunication. Unsure what they're doing on that ball screen. I can't imagine they'd be going under two, jamming up that ball screen action and leaving Woods wide open. As Poch says, I like it out here. The car park out at State Basketball Centre is pretty nice. When you shoot the ball like that, holy dooly.
That's a second long-range triple of the quarter. Starting to feel it, Ellis.
They all want to be in the car park. It's a car park party.
Can't get it to go. Kunek takes it down the floor. To Poch. Now to Rochi. Has lost it. That's come off the leg of Woods.
Again, Woods has just got a great read of the game. We've talked about she's not quick. She does come from good basketball heritage. Her mum, Dana Fish, played for Sutherland in the WNBL way back in the day. Bankstown and Sutherland were the two teams out of New South Wales that played in the WNBL. They merged to become the Sydney Flames.
Here's Hillman working on Cox. We've loved that battle all night. And Hillman, oh, she almost found a way. She wins it back. Great hustle to Rochi. Top of the arc, off the rim. But they continue to hang around Southside. Just 4 points of difference. Mansfield into the corner for Coffey. Can't get it to go. Rochi with the rebound, and she takes off. Feeds it to Hillman. Oh, did everything right. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Nice little drop pass. That would have got the crowd out of the State Basketball Centre pumping.
Frolling's lost it. She keeps it alive. Gives it off to Coffey and now to Woods. I just want to try and settle here, Townsville. Woods pulls the trigger, and that hurts.
Same again. Coach Christy Harrow won't be happy with that. Same defensive error. Leave an athlete, a player like Courtney Woods, wide open at three-point line.
through the hands of Poch. Goes out of play and it'll be Fire with possession. As we head to a timeout here in the third quarter, just over, no, we're not heading to a timeout. I went too early.
Again, Townsville have an answer. You get close, you're back within 4. You make a defensive error, they smash you with a 3. Big plays at big moments. Mansfield gets on the rim. Can't find the drop. Froling. O-board, put back.
She's going to head to the line for the N1.
And just like that. 4 down.
And now we're going to head to a
down.
timeout in the third quarter. But as you mentioned, Carrie, as we mentioned all night, they always find an answer, Townsville, and they've done exactly that when Flyers came at them, got to within a few points, and then just like that, they pushed the margin back out to 9.
Yeah, and that's hence why we're seeing the timeouts. Coach Christy Harrow is not allowing that buffer to get to close to 15. When you look up and it's 15, look, that's a big mountain to climb. 11 still seems, 9, 10, 11 is much more within your grasp. Seen her pull the trigger on those momentum timeouts time and time again. Smart usage of her play, trying to give her team, refocus them, not let Townsville get away from you. I saw some big shooting, some defensive errors.
This one hurt from Woods.
Yeah.
Against the flow. And this timeout is brought to you by Latina Fresh. Looking for a quick win in the kitchen? Latina Fresh pasta will do the trick. It's easy, Aussie made, and seriously yummy for the whole family. What's not to love? Make dinner a slam dunk with Latina Fresh, proud sponsors of the WNBL.
See what both coaches have drawn up or talked about out of that timeout. Do we see a slight defensive change? Do we see extended pressure? Do we see them press and drop back into a zone? Off this free throw, what Townsville got?
She completes the three-point play. We're back out to a 10-point margin. It was 11 at quarter time, 6 at halftime. The Flyers keep coming. Reed misses her opportunity.
With a little elbow isolation play for her. She's quick, she got on the rim. Almost shot it too quick.
Mansfield into the corner. I think that's come off a Southside play, so we'll retain possession.
Defensive intensity is still there for the Southside Flyers. They're up, they're getting hands in, collapsing on anything coming into the paint.
You can't fault their intensity all night, can you? Their energy has just been top-notch.
One of the things you want to do when your season's over, it's pretty good fun if you can spoil one of the top teams and stop them doing what they want to do. They get a win here. Would hurt the Townsville Fire's chances of stealing second from the Perth Lynx.
They've got a lot of pride, the Southside Flyers, of course, winning the championship last year. Still got a lot of talented players on their roster. And you're right, Carrie, they just love to factor in to the finals race, even if they won't be there themselves.
Exactly right. You got to find something in a losing season to play for. And this is a mature team. Koenig, Rochi, Ernst, Hillman. These women know how to play. They know how to play hard. They know how to turn things around.
And they've lost their 2 games against Townsville by a combined 14 points this month, I should say. So we've seen some great battles between them this season. Another good one unfolding here tonight.
Foul called on Woods. Tara Reid did a good job to get hands in, shake the ball loose. Woods took a foul. Just see Rochi take a break.
So we've got about 4 minutes to go in the third. Apologies for the clock on screen. Get that rectified shortly as Kunek swings it across to Hillman. Works her way inside. Denied by Fowler.
Big block. She wants to get in on Lauren Cox's action. Again, well timed, delayed it, waited.
4 blocks for Townsville tonight. 3 of them for Cox. under Fowler. Here we go again. Kunek trying to get around Coffee. Well done.
Little 2-3 zone action again from the Southside Flyers. Ernst in the centre of that, just packing in the keyway.
Fowler to Mansfield. Comes up short, and that's going to be a Southside ball. We're getting in their opportunities, Southside. Just got to make sure they continue to put on the scoreboard pressure. Hillman's had another good night, 15 points, 5 rebounds.
Fowler applying the heat to her.
Kunek gets fouled. Second personal for Nia Coffey. These big couple of shots coming up for Alice Kunek.
Gonna call it early. These will be swishes.
Ooh, carry.
Another elite free throw shooter, Alice Kunek. Great 3-point shooter. Get technique.
Just gonna hold my breath.
Swish.
That's why you're in the Hall of Fame, Carrie Graff. Close to within 6, the Flyers. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third.
Mismatch down low. Cox just backs in Kunek. Dump past the Fowler. Ernst with the foul on Fowler. She'll go free throw line. Again, the patience by Townsville offensively. Share the ball around. Cox could have gone up with that. She drew Ernst as the help. Finds Fowler. Selfish play. %61% from the free throw line, Alex Fowler, so far in the season.
That's right on the money. 1 from 2.
She's getting in on the Kunek swish action.
Nice Hillman. Again, we see the physicality on show between these two sides. Townsville come up with a steal.
Kunek not happy with that foul call. She's like, I'm back, hands up, I'm backing away, referee. How's that on me? Coffey did a good job to sucker that one. Raised her arm, bumped off the defender.
7 points and 4 rebounds for Nia Coffey, mid-season recruit.
Referee's bought what she was putting down.
Playing her 5th game for Townsville tonight after signing with the club, and this is her first away from Townsville.
Yeah, great signing just before the cut-off date when you could bring an import player in.
Again, Hillman making her presence felt. To Kunek, to Ernst. Works her way inside. Lauren Cox thought she had a clean block.
Might have caught a little hand on hip here. Oh, he's called it. Referee said it's a hands foul. She's pleading with the referee. I blocked it.
It's been a number of weeks out with a back injury. Carly Ernst made her return last week. Chanel's 2 from 2.
Free throw shooting's been exceptional from both teams. 84%. High 60s from Townsville.
Saffron Shields, beautiful pass to Fowler. Gets the call.
And the friendly roll. Good take by Fowler. Post rip. Used her quick.
Fourth personal now for Dallas Lockridge. So she's heading to the bench for a little break. Fowler finds herself at the line. Completes the three-point play. And restores the double-digit buffer for the Fire. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Tara Reid to Kunek. They need this, Southside. And she provides! Alice Kunek stepping up to the plate.
Big, just what they need from their veteran stars. Make big plays at critical moments. And the response from Townsville was some good action there. High-low look. Post feed from Cox. The cutting Fowler.
Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate their half-century in the current hoop season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. Townsville are so good at absorbing the pressure. They just are such a professional, calm outfit that they know it's going to come, they know how to handle it, and they just find a way to navigate through the pressure that the opposition provides.
Yeah, absolutely, Jess. Well coached. They don't get flustered. They play up tempo at pace when they need to. They grind half-court offense. They make great decisions offensively. They share the ball, move the ball, attack weaknesses in the opposite, perceived weaknesses in the opposition team.
Koch almost knocks down a third triple of the quarter. Got a foul going against Mansfield.
Townsville haven't been able to really force open those floodgates and blow out a lead here. Southside find a way to hang around at that 9, 10, 11 mark.
Do you sense the energy from Flyers is just starting to dip a little bit, or do you think they're still kind of taking it on?
Yeah, I think there's, you know, that three from Kunik gave them a boost, I think, and that'll often lift your defensive intensity.
Here's Cox going up against Ernst. Now to Shields. Decides to make a play herself. Kicks it out to Mansfield from long range. It's off the rim. Kunek with a rebound.
Mansfield hesitated on that, had a look, hesitated. You rarely make them when you do that. Carly Ernst wants to get into the Potch car park. It's been short quite a few times tonight. Hasn't got the legs under it.
About just over a minute left in this third quarter. Fire really starting to take control of the contest. Can Southside manufacture here? Watch it inbound. They go to Kunek. Now back to Rochi. Been one of their best so far tonight. She pulls the trigger. Can't get it to go. Shields takes it away. Into the corner for Mansfield. To Coffey. They swing it around to get Fowler with an opportunity. Back into the corner for Mansfield. Goes for it and knocks it down.
Again, the ball movement, the execution from Townsville. Shifted the ball side to side. Find a wide open shooter. Give up a good shot to get a great shot. That's why they're sitting third on the ladder with a chance to chase down second.
They're still in for the hunt for that second position, currently occupied by Perth, and Townsville and Perth will battle each other in the final round, which you think would decide it. Kunek, step back three is no good.
Not a bad take. She's a specialist three-point shooter. There was only 6 left on the shot clock. It's a go-to move for a player like Kunik. Step back three.
Shields takes on Reid. Cox almost with a putback. And And that is the end of the third quarter at the State Basketball Centre. The Fire just pulling away at three-quarter time. They lead the Flyers 74-63. Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre. 1 quarter to go in this Friday night battle between Southside and Townsville. It is the visitors holding an 11-point advantage at three-quarter time, looking the goods on their way to potentially a 6th win in a row with a big final quarter to come here. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you in commentary. Carrie and Flyers, they got within 4 points again in that third quarter, but as the Fire have done tonight and for the last 5, I suppose, weeks, obviously on a 5-game winning streak, they just always manage to find the answers, and they've done exactly that.
Yeah, they do. Their offensive precision, and just they're shooting the ball at a phenomenal clip tonight. 52% from the field, 53 from three-point land, and that's because they get great shots. They get wide open looks. They don't shoot a whole load of contested shots. They're just extremely efficient and good, and make great decisions offensively. Credit to Southside, they keep hanging around. They're back at this 11-point deficit. But with Townsville shooting the ball as well as they are, it's going to be a tough one to win.
You mentioned at halftime the first 3 minutes of the third were important to Townsville. How important are the first? To Southside. How important are these first 3 minutes?
Yes,
for the Flyers of the last.
Again, this is I guess this is where it's can they force the wheels to fall off? This is when Townsville can have fun and get excited. Again, efficiency. Shields gets deep in the lane. Collapses the defense, finds a cutting player who gets wide open on the rim.
Makes it tough. 13 points the difference now, and they've coughed it up at their offensive end. The Flyers. Coffey takes it away, gives it off to Shields. This is where they can really put their foot on the pedal, the Fire. Well, that's a travel, so Southside win it back.
A little unlucky there, Shields. A little show and go move. Referee deemed she lifted her back foot too early. At least she didn't take 4 steps like the one earlier that should be on the highlight reel. Yeah, a little unlucky on that call, I think.
Can they continue to hang around here? The Flyers have been up to the challenge all night. As Reed picks up a foul.
Physicality not dropping this game. Both teams playing it out. Southside still putting up a fight. They're not going to roll over just yet.
It's going to make for a fascinating final series. Bendigo, Perth, Townsville locked in. We're still working out who's going to finish 4th. As Poch misses her opportunity. I sort of feel once we get to finals, anything can happen. Any of those top 4 can actually win it.
Yeah, look, I'd say Bendigo have been the team all season. Unless something drastic goes, you'd have to put your money on them to win it. So, had an injury or 2 to key players, but
how important is momentum heading into finals? If Townsville continue to win and they get on an 8-9 game winning streak heading into the finals, is that more important than finishing top?
Well, the difference is being a best of 3. That's a difference. If it was one-off playoffs, different story. But in best of 3, you've got the same team 3 times. It's there's strategy involved in how you play each of the games. They are in good form. Like I say, those top 3, I couldn't see the teams, Sydney, Geelong and Capitals, who are battling out for that 4th spot. I couldn't see them winning a best of 3 semi and then a best of 3 championship. I just don't think they've got it to do that, and not in a best of 3 series for both. These top 3 teams, though, it can get interesting, but yeah, I think you'd have to put your money on Bendigo. But having said that, if I'm Townsville or if I'm Perth, that is certainly not your belief.
Here's Rochi. Draw back the deficit, comes up short. So it's had to 16 points now. 11 at quarter time, 6 at half time, 11 at 3/4 time. And the lead has increased to start the third. Coffee bobbing up with a big 3-pointer a couple of moments ago. Got the match underway with a triple. As good players do, they just bob up at crucial moments.
Townsville Fire, 5 players in double-digit scoring. Shooting the ball unbelievably well. 55% from 3-point land, 10 of 18. That is elite shooting.
Mansfield goes herself. Gets the N1.
Woman with the foul.
It's just starting to fall away a little bit now for the Flyers.
Yeah, you can see it's starting to look a little dejected. The bench has gone quiet.
It's Terari for Southside, giving it off to Burrows. Defensively, he's applied good pressure tonight. Now off to Rochi. Back to Burrows. Oh, beautiful reverse. Off the glass for 2. Oh, great steal from Maddie Rochi. Continues to press for Flyers, takes them on. That drops in.
Offensive foul call.
Offensive foul, big call.
Waves away the basket. Referee.
Home crowd not happy with that. What's the verdict, Carrie?
She was there. Feet set square. The referee held his whistle just to make the call.
Everyone make some noise for our 4-sweeping team, Taya Burrows. Come on, give it up.
And now it's 17-point margin. This can go to 25 in a blink of an eye at this point.
It's important for Townsville to make sure that they don't rest on their laurels and just plateau at this point of the season as well. They've got really good rhythm at the moment, but they certainly want to not fall away.
Southside maintaining their pressure, double teaming there, still want to have one crack at it. That's 7 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. They'll give it one more push.
So this is Southside's run home. Of course, they take on Bendigo on Sunday, so a really tough weekend for them, but take on the Lightning and the Flames to finish in their bid to not finish on the bottom of the ladder. So they'll finish off their season with a couple of big games, they're winnable games.
Yeah, absolutely. That one against the Lightning will be a battle for 7th and 8th. Both teams will want to get off the bottom. You know, and again, to play spoiler, it's kind of fun to play spoiler. You can finish your season on a high, get a win. Can you spoil against one of the, you know, you're a team that think you should have been in the playoffs on talent. Can you spoil someone else's chances? Townsville maintaining extended pressure. Woods gets the foul. Decision time too soon for Coach Shannon Seabohm. At what point does he take his key players out, not risk injury, make sure he's got his full complement of players come finals time?
So Woods and Froling both on 16 points each. Coffey with the 12, Cox with the 10, Fowler with the 15. As you mentioned earlier, 5 in double digits. And you always manage to find a spread of contributors. Nice move. And Reid with the finish.
Great back cut, Reid. Hard denial on the wing there, back cuts. Could feed into her.
So good to see some energy amongst the Flyers. I want to finish this one off strongly. Anything can happen in modern basketball. We're at a 15-point margin at the moment as we head to a timeout here in the last. Hillman with the 15 points, Kunek with the 15 as well, Rochi with the 13. Although a number of players in foul trouble, Hillman, Lockridge and Rochi all on 4 personals. As we take a look, Carry at Townsville's run home. So the Flyers today, then the Lightning next Wednesday night. The Flames in that battle for 4th position, that's a huge game for them. And then we've all got our eyes set on that final match at home, taking on Perth for what we think will be the battle for 2nd place. So a big run home.
Yeah, absolutely. And essentially that becomes almost a 4-game semi-final series for Townsville and Perth. You know, they play the last game of the regular season, potentially for that 2nd spot, gives you home court advantage in the best of 3 semis. Both teams know how to travel. They're, you know, opposite ends of the country, from Townsville to Perth, a hell of a flight.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's going to be intriguing. What a setup for the finals.
And they could very well remain undefeated for the rest of the season, Townsville. This is the first of 3 away trips for them, so it's a bit of a road trip at the moment. But they're aiming for 6 in a row tonight. Final round matchup is going to be huge. A little taste for what is going to come in this final series. That little play comes unstuck.
Little pick-the-picker action, the Townsville Fly then looking to go high-low from Cox to Fowler. Couldn't execute the pass, threw it at her feet.
So still plenty of time in this final quarter, just under 7 minutes to go. Apologies, we've lost the clock again on our screen, so we'll put that back shortly. Rochi to Hillman. To Kunek, Southside. Don't want to go away just yet.
Great help. Abby Ellis saw the ball coming into Hillman, rotated quickly, had to play the ball down low.
Fowler. It's Kunek for company. Gives it off to Coffey. Now they go inside to Fowler. Working against Reed. Can't find the finish. Southside come up with it. And Maddie Rochi running downhill. Decides to go herself. Really needed that, the Flyers.
Couldn't get the roll. Townsville now seems smart. They'll execute clock. Won't go negative offensively, but the clock is their friend. 15-point margin. 6.5 to play.
Oof, that hurts. Nia Coffey bang from the corner.
Gosh, she's been good from the 3-point line tonight.
4 from 5. And at crucial moments too. Kicked off the night with a triple.
Finished the first quarter with a triple.
Yep.
You're right, Jess. She's come up for him big. Really extend the lead. Just kind of put a lid on this game for them. Can't see Southside right now clawing their way back into this one with a margin like that, almost 20.
Coffey goes for it again, or can't get it to go that time.
Just a tick under 5 minutes to play.
18 points against anyone is tough to reel in, but 18 points against Townsville is perhaps a little bit tougher because they're just so hard. You may be able to think you're getting a roll on against them, but they're so good at shutting you down.
Efficient at both ends of the floor. They can string together stop, score, stop, score.
Here she goes again, Coffey from the corner. It bounces off the rim.
Maybe she should stop shooting, keep her clip high. Woods about to check back in. Alicia Froling about to check back in.
We're going to head to a timeout. 5 minutes to go in this contest at the State Basketball Centre. Fire in control now. They lead by 18. There's 11 at quarter time, 6 at half time, 11 at 3/4 time. Flyers have been gallant tonight. Townsville just always find a way to settle. Mansfield from the corner, knocking one down earlier. Nia Coffey. You can't speak enough about the massive addition she is to this Fire lineup. And you feel like she's just warming up too. We know that she's got a few more gears to go.
Absolutely, you know, obviously she shot the 3-ball exceptionally well tonight. So get on the rim a couple of times, use her strength. But yeah, what an addition she is. Good size three player on the perimeter, so she's a good defender for him too.
So they're humming along nicely. Townsville Fire on their way to a 6th consecutive victory. They've had a good run at home. And they're now heading on a little interstate trip for the next couple of games. Season leaders of blocks per game. Bree Turner from Adelaide leading the way, but Lauren Cox is right up there.
Yeah, so it's 3.2 blocks per game and 3.1. I think you could almost call them equal leaders. Let's just call it 3 blocks per game.
Back underway here in the final quarter.
We'll execute it out of the timeout. Townsville now, again, will execute half-court offense. Mansfield works off that pick. Woods can't get it to go. Little collision. Cox and Tara Reid.
It's definitely been a physical encounter tonight. These two sides are taking a backward step. Courtney Woods, 16 points. 4 from 5 from three-point range. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Another solid performance from her. Here's Lockridge. Hillman out to Ernst. Pulls the trigger from deep. Lovely finish. $13 points a difference, 4 minutes to go. We've seen crazier things, Carrie Graff.
That we have in many games. Southside staying with the intensity.
Oh, this will help too. Rochi breaks it up. Lockridge takes it down the floor to Ernst. Swinging it across to Tara Reid, who works her way inside to Hillman to clean it up and finish.
Back to 11, another timeout. 11 is that number. 11 down first quarter, 11 down at the third quarter, and now have clawed it back from 18 down to 11 down the Southside Flyers.
And you've got to give credit to Southside. They continue to push and come at this Fire outfit.
Yeah, they certainly haven't laid down or rolled over or quit.
And these are important moments too in a season that hasn't gone your way. You're on a 6-game losing skid. It's near the end of the season. You know, you just want to throw in the towel and just call it a day. But these are the moments you can look back in the off season and go, this is what we're made of. This is important for our culture, for, you know, all of those things as well, to be able to really fight it to the end and take it up to one of the top teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And also players are playing for contracts. Like, you know, general managers and coaches are, like, they're watching everything. They're like, you know, teams that are lower down on the table are looking at their roster for next year. Who do we keep? Who do we look to move on? What are we going to try and bring in? What do we need to do to turn this thing around? And yes, injuries played a part in a lot of the teams this year, but you know, this is when players can play to keep a contract or play to lose one.
Maybe some players as well, even though they don't think about this, but Naz Hillman may be playing for an MVP as well. She wouldn't be thinking about that, of course, but still things like that are on the line. She'll be right up there for league MVP contention, you'd think.
Yeah, she'd certainly have to be up there in the mix.
Oh, Southside continue to apply the pressure, but I think that's a foul against Lockridge.
Unlucky.
And that might be her 5th.
They could have got that was a steal, and they've got on the break.
And she has
So
battled
they're back
hard
to
all
9,
night.
but
Come on, Flyers. I need you with me. I want to hear you stomp that feet and make that noise.
just like that, Townsville get it back to 13.
Touch over 3 minutes to play. Here's Ernst working on Froling, gives it to Kunek. To Rochi. This will be huge, and she gets it!
Back to 10. Hillman, smash Mansfield. And the screen in then.
16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Maddie Rochi tonight.
Little 2-3 zone again from the Southside Flyers here. Mansfield.
Here's a chance, they get the stop. We're just gonna hold up play. We might need to clean up the floor a little, perhaps. We're gonna take a bit of a breath. 10 points the difference, 2.5 minutes to play.
They've chipped it back to 4. Once in this game, Southside. Can they do that in this next minute or so? About 2.5 minutes to play.
Time enough, if good enough, for the Southside Flyers. Oh, the pass just had a little bit too much on it for Reed. But I think there's been a foul.
Woods with a foul call, her 5th.
So Woods will head to the bench. 16 points, 5 rebounds and 6 assists for Courtney Woods tonight.
She goes to work and gets it done.
And these are huge free throws.
Reed rattles in the first. Swishes the second. Back to 8.
It's game on. If I do what they've done all night and answer the challenge, or is this the moment for Southside to arrest control of this contest? Shields against Rochi. The spin move gets out of trouble to Coffey in the corner. Has been deadly all night. She misses that opportunity. Here goes Kunek running downhill on Cox. She's heading to the line.
You'd imagine these. Kunek, I'm going to call it now, she'll swish both. It's back to 6.
Carrie Craft, you're making me nervous.
She's,
Game on the line, you come out with...
She can stroke it. Unbelievable technique. If they're not swish, they're back irons in. Swish. So good. Great technique, Alice Kunek. It's simple, it's clean, it's the same every time. Swish.
Ah, no commentators curse around here.
Nostradamus.
Okay, 6 points the margin. They get a stop here and almost blow the roof off with less than 2 minutes to play. Cox.
Foul. Let's call on Ernst or Kunek. Clearly it was a foul on one of them.
She can be a bit
It's on
wobbly
Ernst.
from the free throw line, Lauren Cox.
One of the glitches, yeah. You'd have to say, you know, she's good at a lot of things, but a poor free throw shooter, 60%. Doesn't cut it at the pro level. Under pressure, 6% free throw shooters, it makes it tough.
Ooh, 1 from 2.
That helps though. 7 means it's 3 shots. 6, 2 threes can get you there.
Hillman infringed.
Nice play by Southside. They got to play quick.
4th personal
not
for
their
Lauren
friend.
Cox.
Good quick roll down. Cox went in, didn't delay her shot blocking then, played the ball low. Uncharacteristic. Naz prays it in, rattles around. Coach Christy Harrower up off the bench.
2 from 2 for Naz Hillman. Takes her tally to 19 points for the night, 5 rebounds and 4 assists as well.
Minute 20 to play.
Can they get another stop here? She stepped out of play.
Again, home crowd jumping on this Southside Flyers back. Under 1:30 to play. They're back within 5, down as much as 18 in this fourth quarter.
It would be an incredible comeback if the Flyers can get it done. What do they got? What do Townsville have in response? Tara Reid to Hillman. Rochi thought about the 3. Now she pulls the trigger. Oh, Hillman with a big offensive rebound and puts it back for 2. They stay alive, the Flyers.
Well executed, Maddie Rochi. It was a good shot. Hillman, what a putback over Cox. Tara Reid, high energy. Coach Christy Harrower pleading with the referee. 47 seconds to play. 3-point ball game now. The young Saffron Shields at the line. Swish. She's taking a leaf out of Alex Kunick's swish book. Boom. That's how you shoot him.
From a young teenager. Just 5 points of difference. These two sides have played a couple of great battles this season. We've got another one. Kunek works hard, but she misses the shot.
Good contest then. Kunek.
Is that going to be the game? Townsville will be happy to run down the clock. There's less than a minute to go. Less than 30 seconds to go.
10 on the shot clock. Turnover. They needed 2 and a 3 at least.
Oh, it's all going to go right. This has to go in from Ernst. She doesn't make it. Reid with a rebound.
It's got to go. They've got to shoot
Time
quick.
is ticking down. Ernst goes for it again. Hillman can't get it to go. And that is the end of the game. Another thrilling contest between these two sides. But Townsville make it 6 in a row as they continue their march towards the Signet WNBL Finals. Oh, it was a great battle to watch. The Flyers threw absolutely everything at the fire. But their winning streak continues as they notch the clean sweep against the Flyers in the 24-25 season.
What a ball game.
Great game of hoops, Carrie Graff. As we kept mentioning all night, the Flyers, the energy, the intensity was incredible all night. They were a side desperate for a win tonight to try and snap a 6-game losing streak, but Townsville just had a little bit too much class in the end.
They did. They, you know.
Points. She's tracking.
Perth. That's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. So 6 in a row for Townsville tonight as we take a look at the round 14. Thank you so much for your company.
Thanks, Jess.
And that's all we've got time for tonight. It was the Fire by 5 points over the Flyers. Good night.
Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Bell with the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from 3. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be.